had a lot of engine failures, you know, on the Western Swing. We really haven't been able to get our, you know, team back to full steam. I mean, I felt like coming in this race, we were probably 70%, you know, where we needed to be, you know, as far as equipment. And I mean, we've struggled and struggled, and hopefully it's a turnaround, you know, where we have, you know, if we can get by this next race, we've got a little breather. It slows down a little bit, which it'll help our team, you know, get our equipment back up to where we need to be. So it's been an emotional ride. I mean, there was a point where I thought I needed to stop. I mean, really just stop and take a couple races off and, you know, try to get our team back. And everybody wouldn't let it happen. I mean, they kept pushing me, and it's everybody's effort.
To win it the way you did in the final, great reaction times between you and Jaggy, and then you had the better car. You ran him down there. That's going to make it even more special.
Oh, I mean, Jaggy's. You know, I consider him the best in our class. I don't even know if I've ever beat him in pro stock. I mean, I know we raced a lot in super stock, and I wore him out quite a bit. But I knew when I went in there, I just had to give everything I had. I mean, whatever I was going to pour it on the line. If it was red, it was red. But I wasn't going to be late like I was at Bristol.
It's the first time you've been on the
Questions?
I figured. I mean, I figured it was. Yeah. And you know, as a driver, you know, a lot of people say it doesn't really weigh in your head, but it does. I mean, emotionally, you know, you feel like you're beat before you get there. But I mean, there was a couple people told me that it was going to be my day, so I just went after it. It was.
And what has been the turnaround for your team? Because you really did struggle, like I said, at the end, just limping into the countdown, and then struggled at the first race in the countdown.
Yeah, it's actually we found our problem this morning. You know, I don't want to divulge that information, but it was, you know, some parts that had been on the car since we blew all of our engines up, and you know, we were down there, you know, just elimination process of trying to figure out what is wrong. I mean, you go down the list of we've changed this, we've changed this, we've changed this, we've changed this. What do we haven't changed? And there was one last thing we hadn't changed. So this morning we all just talked about it, and we didn't have nothing to lose. We changed it, and the car picked up a ton. I can't tell you what it is, but it picked up a lot.
Now, does getting this win help you mentally get over the hump, and now you can win here?
It is. I mean, you know, I hope so. I mean, if I don't win another one, today was a great day. I mean, it's been a goal of mine just to, you know, this year our goal, you know, putting this team together was try to win a race and finish in the top 10. You know, our championship, we're not even looking at it. I mean, if it happens, it'd be a miracle. I mean, that's how I look at it. But if we can just, I mean, we've achieved our goals. If we can just keep the wheels from falling off again, I'll be happy.
Questions for Greg?
With all the success you had earlier, obviously the sportsman classes, comp stock, super stock, championships, pro stock truck even, was there a frustration that you've been to?
This?
Yeah, this was your seventh final in pro stock.
I mean, you know, I come up, you know, with my dad racing, you know, pretty much trying to do everything, you know, building the motors and knowing every piece on the car, and you know, there was a point where, you know, I realized I can't do it, you know, and luckily I've got good people around me pushing me and not letting me, you know, back off. And you know, I'm saying, well, maybe somebody else needs, you know, do this job. And you know, we've hired some people, luckily with Mr. Hill and Bart teaming up together, where we can take some of the load off. I mean, because it's a lot of, it's a big deal. I mean, it's serious.
You said earlier in the year that having Greg Hill come on gave you guys a little bit more of a financial boost that helps you get some extra bodies.
I mean, before it was just me and my brother in the shop doing the motors, coming to races, and I mean, it, you know, 23, 24 races at the end of the year, you're just wore out, you know, mentally and physically. And now having a couple guys in the shop, I mean, I don't think we have the staff some of these other teams have, but it's hard to get people to move to Louisiana and work, you know, that have the caliber to help us, you know, and so, but we're doing the best of what we got.
How much of the win can you attribute to, you know, win one for Greg and his family?
I mean, that's pretty much choked the interview down there. It's just, it was real emotional, you know, because he's been really upset, you know, this whole deal, and just, I hope it'll make his day better. Know what they're going through, so I'm gonna try to hand deliver the trophy to him. He'd like that.
Congratulations, big win today.
Thank
Very
you.
nice.
Thanks, all right.